How much did having Bryce Underwood coming in at quarterback make this job appealing for you to take?
Oh, it was appealing before that, but yeah, I mean that made it a little more exciting for sure. Bryce has come in and really done a nice job of kind of assimilating himself into the team, and he's all into our culture, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know him. But and really all the guys, but definitely a guy that we're excited about his future. Yeah.
Got another Bryce question
Yeah.
for you. I mean, he's quite possibly the most highly decorated and regarded recruit who's ever come to a very highly regarded program. I guess if you could speak to those level of expectations, his skill set, and the battle between him and a proven 4-year starter, when probably the fan base may want something, but you guys and decision and how you balance.
I think anytime you sign a high profile guy that's as a freshman coming in these days with as good a job as everybody does of knowing, it used to be when I was growing up, sometimes you wouldn't know about guys, right? And now 30, 40 years later, whatever, you know about everybody, it seems like. And, having those guys come in before, I think is always fun, it's exciting. But at the end of the day, it's really about what they do out there on the field. If he's ready to go, he'll play. If he's not, then we'll get somebody else ready to play. But so far, I love his approach. He's been he's all business, man. He loves football. That's the most important thing. And he really wants to be the best player he can be. He wants people to push him. One of the things we talked about was, whatever your dreams are, your aspirations are they're going to be mine. Like my goal is to help you reach those things and whatever it takes. And I think that's what his attitude is. He's a team first guy. If you ask the older guys on our team right now, I think they would tell you that the guy is they love his approach, and and really that whole room I've got in there right now, they're all the same way. They're all wired that way, or it probably wouldn't be at Michigan. And but it's exciting to see him. We'll see how he grows and progresses throughout spring.
Up here on the front right, Austin.
Yeah.
You haven't had a chance to evaluate Bryce and live action and paths and all that, but just your sense of where he's at developmentally at this stage in his career, maybe relative to some other quarterbacks he's been around.
Yeah, I'd say he's pretty advanced. I mean, I think he's highly decorated and all that in high school, which a lot of them are. But his sheer physical side of who he is, he's 6'4" or whatever he is, 220 plus pounds. That all some of those guys come in and they're really light or they're not developed yet. Depending on their age, some of them nowadays they reclass up and down, right? And that used to never happen. I remember growing up when I was in the South, when I was growing up, like in the 90s, and nobody became the starting quarterback till they were like redshirt juniors, and they were like 20 or 21 years old, and it's just different now. I think kids are more advanced in general throughout the country. A lot of trainers now start with these kids really young. And you go to different parts of the country when you're recruiting, and you can tell, like, hey, these kids, they've been working a long time. They all have these trainers and so forth. But he's very, very advanced physically, and I think for him, the speed of the game is always something you worry about, coming into college compared to high school. And then how much can he handle? But really, that goes with all of them. Jaden Davis has not played a whole lot. Mikey's here now, and he's got some experience, but not at this level here. So it's all going to be a lot of fun to kind of mix and match it and put them in those situations. I think our job this spring is to put those quarterbacks all in different positions and see how they react. Who handles things when it's a third down pressure day, who handles it the best. When it's a red zone day, who does what we're supposed to do, who can manage the huddle, who can connect with the team. And at the end of the day, it's about who affects the other 10 guys the best. I think it's the guy that's going to play.
As a quarterback coach,
Yep.
when you've got a talent like Bryce, how do you balance not overcoaching him, letting his raw talent come through? And you want to shape him, but how do you keep that?
Yeah, I think you just coach him like you coach all of them. I mean, that's what he wants. And the best players I've been around, the Jared Stidhams, the Drake Mays, those guys, man, they don't want you to treat them any different. Hey, coach me on the fundamentals. We talk a lot about, hey, having a coach me, coach attitude. What's it going to take for me to improve? How can I get the ball out better? How, this footwork or that footwork, what's best? Decision making. I think if we can get them playing where they know where to go with the ball, they understand pre-snap what we're getting, and then I think that's the key. And then let them play. Let the natural ability take over. But at the end of the day, I'm going to coach him just like I coach the rest of them. And we've had that conversation, and I think that's what he wants. That's what he's excited about.